Let's see, we will begin with the tax rate hearing. Public hearing, 2018 school tax levy rate for the fiscal year 19. As provided by state statute and duly published, a public hearing will be held at 5:30, at which time citizens may be heard on the property tax rates proposed to be set by the Rolla School District 31, a political subdivision. The tax rates will be set to produce the revenues which the budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2018 shows to be required from the property tax. So I believe that we will, Mrs. Atkinson will be doing the presentation for the tax levy.
Okay, well, as Mrs. Haskell just said, each year the district must prepare a tax levy calculation. The tax rate forms and the supporting documentation are on pages 5 to 18 of your board packet. We do receive the assessed valuation figures from the county clerk's offices of Phelps, Marys, and Dent counties. As you can see here, the tax rate calculation is governed by specific constitutional and statutory directives, such as a filing deadline of September 1st and having a public hearing as we are doing so tonight. Additionally, our calculation has been submitted and approved by the State Auditor's Office. So here you can see the total current year assessed valuations compared to prior year, including new construction in this slide. Total assessed valuation increased by $7.9 million over last year. There we go. So this is just an historical view of the growth in assessed valuation for the district going back to 1988 through the current year assessed valuation. Looking at base assessed valuation, which is the assessed valuation of property that was in the district last year compared to the same property this year, there was a decrease of just over $50,000. The district did, however, realize real estate new construction of almost $6 million and new personal property of about $2 million. So this slide provides the calculation of base assessed valuation and the comparison of current year to prior year. So to get the calculation, we take the total increase in assessed valuation, subtract the amount of new construction and improvements, resulting in a decrease of our base assessed valuation of about $54,000. This recap is on Form A, page 14 of your packet, that shows the percentage decrease of existing property in the current year over the prior year's assessed valuation. So looking at the difference between appraised and assessed values. Appraised value is similar to market value, while assessed value is the amount that the tax rate is applied to. For example, an item that is categorized as residential property has an assessed value of 19% of the appraised value. So applying that to a typical house in the district valued at about $150,000, we're going to multiply that amount by 19% to find the assessed value. So the assessed value, or $28,500, is then multiplied by the recommended tax rate of 3.5689 divided by 100 to total the $1,017.14 of school tax that is owed. With that recommended tax rate for this year, that's about $1.60 additional tax over last year for that individual. So Prop C, which was passed in 1982, provides for a 1% statewide sales tax. Our district is one of 29 out of 518 districts in Missouri that does not have a Prop C waiver. So therefore, we are required to reduce our property tax rate by 1/2 of the Prop C revenue received in the prior fiscal year, in this case about $1.8 million. The Prop C reduction worksheet is on page 15 of your packet, and that rollback calculation for fiscal year 19 is 44.24 cents. That amount is subtracted from the tax rate ceiling of 3.7613, resulting in an adjusted levy for the operating fund of 3.3189. So this just shows example the current year and 2 prior years Prop C calculations. And then based on our tax rate ceiling calculation, this slide indicates the unadjusted and adjusted levies. The unadjusted levy or tax rate ceiling for the operating fund is 3.7613. Subtracting the Prop C rollback amount of 44.24 cents, we have an adjusted levy of 3.3189. The Form C calculation on page 13 of your packet indicates a debt service tax levy of 44.22 cents. This is the authorized tax rate for debt service purposes per the state auditor. However, we've reviewed our debt service fund and are able to meet our debt obligations with a levy of only 25 cents. So we're recommending that we roll back a voluntary rollback of 19.22 cents for the debt service levy. So this slide indicates the tax levy for years 2007 through 2017, and then the recommended tax levy for 2018. As you recall, in 2015, the voters approved a 25-cent levy increase to be phased in over 3 years, so we finished that and finished that phase in last year. So there's no additional levy this year for the taxes. Let's see. There we go. So this is, sorry, really small, but we always show this slide just to illustrate that our levy is one of the lowest levies in the Camdenton Salary Survey of schools. So out of 27 districts, assuming all those districts do not change their tax levy, we are number 21 on that list. And of those that have a debt service levy, we are the lowest at 25 cents. Okay. Are there any questions? Okay. So I would like to ask that you approve the recommended levy of 3.5689, which is 3.3189 for the operating levy, and 25 cents for the debt service levy.
Offer comments.
Item 2.
Yeah, I think
There is time for public comment, so if there is anyone, would you please state your name and address for the record? Christians wishing to comment will be granted 5 minutes before this is recommended. Okay, then, do we have any other questions or comments? Okay, then, do we have a recommendation to approve the tax levy or to adopt the tax levy as recommended?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Same? Okay, great.
Thank you. And I just want to take a moment to publicly thank all of you for helping out at the open houses and registrations the last 2 weeks. It was really appreciated by the buildings, and they enjoyed seeing you there.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you
it
very
was
much.
fun. I think all of us agreed it was a fun time seeing all the excitement with the teachers and all the students and everything like
Yeah.
that.
I know I've always enjoyed getting out in
Yeah.
the buildings, so, all right, thank
Kindra,
you.
could we get a copy of that compares our tax rate to all those other districts?
I was sitting there thinking I missed it in here.
Okay, great, thanks.
I just